Welcome back, folks. Well, guess what we got in today? Actually, it was delivered yesterday. Our good friend Barry Moose up in Missouri brought his 66 Mustang Fastback in. And it's going to get a bunch of goodies. So, let me tell you what we got here. You look at this beautiful engine. This is 289 cubic inches of pure goodness and fun. It's got a 4-speed already. It sounds like it's got a mild cam, but got an Edelbrock intake. It's got an Edelbrock carburetor on it. Super cool car. So Barry has brought this car in for us to do quite a few things to this thing. I can't remember. I think we did the disc brake conversion on it on the front. And then the big thing was for this car. This is what I like to share with everybody. Barry's doing this car right. So Barry talked here a couple years ago what his overall plans were for this car, and he wanted fuel injection and an overdrive eventually, so he can drive this thing cross country, drive it to Pennsylvania to go see his parents from Missouri, drive from Missouri to Pennsylvania and back, and just overall have a great time with his kids, his family, and his wife. So we installed an American auto wire kit, just like we're putting in our Barracuda. Pretty much the same kit. So this car now has a brand new updated wiring harness. And go here and check out the inside. This is just a fun car to drive. And I can tell you, in my opinion, just the way it is now, it's an absolute blast to drive. It is a lot of fun. Barry brought it to us without the console in the middle, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, talk about a really cool car. This is probably the second 66 Fastback we've worked on. My old high school friend, Brian Anderson, back from Ponder, Texas, has a bronze Fastback with a 347, I think it's a 347 stroker and an automatic overdrive. A great car. But anyway, I digress. So, what's about to happen? Well, let's come over here and see what we got. This is part one of Barry's 66 Mustang Fastback. So obviously you see what's about to happen. Now that Barry's got a full supporting wiring harness that can support fuel pumps and even if he wanted to, fans, whatever he wanted to. It's got a mechanical fan on it right now and really doesn't need electric fans. But he's going to be adding air conditioning and he's got everything to support that now. So I want to share with everybody, and Barry, I want to tell you right now, when you came yesterday, something didn't register in my head. We're looking at everything, but don't you worry. So, this is our Holley Sniper, and this is the Sniper 2. As I told Barry yesterday, I'm jealous. This is an updated, much better designed Sniper than what I have on our Charger. But when I ordered this, and I want to share this with everybody, they've added so many part numbers to the Sniper line. I ordered the Sniper 2 kit to basically plug into what I have. Barry, don't worry about it. You've already paid for everything, but I want you to see it on the video before I talk to you about it. This is a Sniper, and this is correct. This is going to work. But what happened was when I ordered this, I didn't realize the last 2 letters, I think. It's 550-511, and then there's a 3AE. Well, what that is it's basically I can take this and put it on my older setup for my Charger. All I need to do is call Holley and order the rest of the harness, the wiring harness that goes with this to plug this in. So, Barry, don't you worry about it. You've already paid for it, my friend. No worries. So, we're going to get that ordered, but it's not going to stop us from making progress on this car. Before we get to putting the head unit on this thing and doing all the wiring with the harness and everything, you see here, Barry has ordered the Holley fuel tank for his 66 Mustang. And this has got everything to bolt in just like the factory fuel pump. Or a factory fuel tank, excuse me. So, lots of good things going on here. So, Barry's going to have his fuel injection. And also, Barry made the decision yesterday, so let's go ahead and pull the trigger. I want a TKX from SilverSport. So he's going to go from a 4-speed to a 5-speed. So he's going to have a lot of fun. Fuel injection plus another gear, and get this thing out on the highway. Right now it has, we measured it. Barry and I put it on the rack, and we did if you look at one of my past videos on how to calculate your rear end gear ratio, it gets you pretty darn close. And just like he had said, the former owner had told him, he was right. It has a set of 355 gears in the back. So yeah, so 355 gears with the overdrive on this thing, man, when he goes into overdrive out on the highway, it's going to be turning even less than what mine has. I have 373s, and I think I turn at maybe 70. I'm turning 2,400 RPM. So he's probably going to be turning 2,100. So even better. If you ever want to go to a steeper gear in the back to have even more fun, he could definitely do that. But I don't know if he's going to do that. Now, I can tell you right now, I've driven this car several times. And even right now, it's fun to drive. And it runs really good, just like a good 289 would. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start outfitting our fuel tank. We're going to get the old fuel tank drained. And this is basically, we're going to start from the back, and we're going to move our way forward. Now, let me tell you on the Sniper 2, I kind of went and did what Holley did with the Sniper 2 on my Sniper 1. The Achilles heel on the Sniper 1 was the internal fuel pressure regulator, the diaphragm on the return side. They're regulated on the return side. And what would happen is the little paint or the coating that was inside that Sniper would get clogged up in there, and it would stop up that regulator. So I ran into that problem. I installed my Holley Sniper back in 2019, and it was fantastic. But I did have that issue. I ran into that and finally figured out what that was. So what I did basically is I did what Holley's doing. When you order the Holley 2, it comes with an external regulator. So this is for fuel injection. And basically we're just going to replace what Barry already has there on the shock tower. So Barry and I spoke about, how he wanted things routed, and he kind of left a lot of it up to me. And I'm going to try to route this thing. I'm going to do it like it was my own car. Barry's given me permission to, basically, but it's not just about what I want. I want to make sure that he's happy with it. So I'm not just going to go in and make decisions, without sharing it with him. And we'll make sure he's okay with it. But, is he okay with where we've got our regulator mounted right now? He said yesterday he's probably fine with that. But we want it to look clean. It's going to have a return line on it now. So, yeah, lots of good things. You're going to see a lot of things going on with this Mustang. And I hope everybody gets a lot out of this. So, don't know if we're going to have another video today, but we're about to get this thing up in the air, drain the fuel tank. But before I do that, I'm thinking I really need to drive it just one more time. It's a lot of fun. So, Barry, I know you're okay with it. I may take it for a little spin because I'd like to get the before and after effects of this thing. And I like to know what it's like on a before video, and just drive it and get the feel. And then we'll do another video once we get the Sniper on and see the difference. And then we'll do a third video of basically once we get the SilverSport 5-speed in, and we'll do some differences on what it on RPMs and everything, how it feels. So thanks everybody, and thanks for joining. We got plenty of work to do on this thing. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if we have another video to do a current state, we'll do it. So thanks everybody. Okay, we have not started this thing today at all. So one of the things we're gonna do is do a cold start comparison. Now, it was started yesterday when Barry fired it up off the trailer, and he got her fired up. But another thing he had talked about, he has the way the clutch feels, I think, on as far as how far when you come out of clutch, that adjustment. But let's go ahead and check our cold start. I'm gonna do the old normal, here about 3 pumps, and let's see what the little 289 says here. Hey, look at that. Pretty good. Started right up. Well, I can tell you right now, Barry's 100% right. I mean, this clutch is way soon as I pull off of the, yeah, it definitely, and he's got to adjust. Somebody made a homemade rod on this thing, so we're gonna, made a homemade rod on the, by the Z-bar from the clutch fork, so it's very janky. I can tell you, this is definitely, so I can tell you right now, Barry's 100% right. I mean, this clutch is way, as soon as I pull off of the, yeah, it definitely, and he's got to adjust. Somebody made a homemade rod on this thing, so we're gonna, I made a homemade rod on the, by the Z-bar for the clutch fork, so it's very janky. I can tell you, this is definitely, I can see what Barry's talking about. And the brakes definitely need to be adjusted. He made mention of that, so. Okay, we're in first. Yeah, this thing is, I can tell you right now, this thing is way janky. Definitely needs some attention. As far as, no sense trying to adjust this, we're changing it, but yeah, the carburetor has flat spots in it. It's got flat spots. There's fourth. So this speedometer's not hooked up right now, so I'm not really sure how fast we're going. But yeah, you definitely, he's going to be super happy with the new TKX. But yeah, man, this thing is really, that's why he was saying he didn't want to bother teaching his kids how to drive a manual, because he didn't like the way this was set up. It'd be really hard for him to learn because it's not right the way it is. So yeah, Barry, we're going to get you taken care of, buddy. You're going to be a happy camper. So I can tell you, this thing, as soon as I let off the throttle, it was trying to die. And wow, yeah. It's, this carburetor, as soon as I let off the gas, it, yeah, it's definitely got a flat spot in it. Yeah, this thing's really hard to shift. Really hard to shift. So, yeah, once we get the fuel injection on here, definitely going to want this fixed, because these flat spots should be gone. Now I'm going to tell you right now, you can adjust this thing to get that flat spot out of the carburetor, I'm sure. But with the carburetor, you know, I like carburetors too, so I'm not a hater, whatsoever. But it's just, you're going to have to keep fooling with them. They're not, there's no computer or nothing's going to tell it that, hey, it's cold today, it's hot tomorrow, hey, in this area it needs to, you know, it's leaning out, or it's rich in this part of the RPM range. You got to adjust for that. Yeah. So, yeah. Man, you can't even hardly get second in this thing. Yeah, we definitely need some attention, but we're going to take care of it. We're going to take care of this thing. It's too cool of a car to not have these things correct. Yeah. Okay, just to let everybody know, we just took this thing on a drive, and I'm so glad we did, so I know where we're at. So, two things. I can tell you right now, Barry, I totally get what you're explaining on the transmission. It's really hard to find the gears on this thing. Barry could probably do it way better than I can, because he drives a lot more, but it's definitely way out of adjustment. And like Barry said, there's some homemade things in there he didn't like. That the guy that actually had it before him, I think, road raced it. So he set it up with some things that, you know, probably put it through the paces. But Barry wants it where not only he can drive it, his kids can drive it, his wife can drive it. The TKX is going to be a huge, huge thing for this car. Now, on the carburetor, it has flat spots. Hopefully you could hear it in the camera. We added a camera to the side. It seems like it would take off, and then it kind of nose over a little bit. It had a flat spot, and then it would pick back up. Don't know if that was probably a lean condition. Maybe, I don't know, but definitely needs tuning. Man, the cold start was, you heard it. It cold started great. But again, it's 80 degrees today. And I'm sure Barry probably tell me, even where he's at there in Missouri, that in the wintertime, it's probably not as easy to start. I don't know, but I know that's my experience with all my carbureted cars. So, yeah, now you got a baseline. We have a baseline. You can see we're going to compare it as we go. So the first thing will be the fuel injection. Yes, we got to get that other harness ordered. That's on me. Barry's already paid for everything, so I got to make sure they send me the right harness to go ahead and plug everything in. But that's not going to slow us down. We've got to start assembling the new fuel tank, get the float set, and we'll be sharing that on another video, doing the Holley EFI tank, measuring everything, getting it ready. So again, all my Ford friends, please provide comments. You guys tell me, and I'd like to hear your suggestions as well. I know Barry would. Barry'd appreciate it. You guys, when I go to route the fuel lines, give me some suggestions. What you think? What's a good way to go? What's a good way to route these things? Looks like it's got a 5/16 line. It's probably what it had from the factory. This is an originally 289 car. I think it was a 289 two-barrel. But Barry could put that in the comments. But yeah, tell me, my Ford friends, what do you think? Any suggestions? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Sniper, fuel tank, and the TKX upgrades? So hope everybody has a great Saturday. Thanks everybody again. Please like, share, and subscribe. So have a good day, everybody. Thanks.